Hi, and welcome to FE and Multimedia's PSVR. Today, we'll be reviewing and looking at gameplay footage from Time Machine VR. Now, I know what you're saying. If you've seen the trailer for Time Machine VR, that game looks so cheesy and the graphics aren't so good. And I think this is something that we're going to deal with a lot in the VR world. The games just don't look as good 2D. And I will admit that the trailer for Time Machine VR is really, it could have been done a lot better. It does not make you want to play the game. But recently, PlayStation had a flash sale on the store, and Time Machine VR was on for $16.99. For $16.99, I'll give it a shot. Even if it's a hokey game, it might be good for a laugh. And then I started playing it, and the graphics were good. And it was, hey, yeah, I'm underwater, and I'm in an underwater submarine type thing, scooting around. It's not going really fast. It's nice. The graphics look good. The monsters don't look nearly as badly rendered as they did in the demo screen from the trailer. This is actually not bad. And the acting that seemed to be not that good. Well, she's supposed to be French, so the pronunciation being off was intentional. It's like, oh, well, even that looks better now. But it takes you through a tutorial and gives you the controls, this is forward and back and left and right. So your strafe and move forward and back is there. And then your up and down is on this one, and also your turn, which the tutorial actually never mentions that left and right on the right stick turns your sub, which would have been nice to know without having to figure out on your own. The calibration that they do to get your headset locked in perfectly does a really good job of no matter when you're playing the game, and they save your calibration, so you just pick it up later and you're looking around and the head's tracking is still just as solid. It has a wheel of different tools that you have, scanners and x-ray scanners and behavioral basic taking photos, that sort of thing, and you just look at the one you want. Obviously, with the headset, it will highlight, let go of the R1, and that's the one that's on. So the first mission is sort of a tutorial. It walks you through calibrating your headset, introduces you to the basic controls, and that sort of thing. And after that, there are a series of missions that start off to get you to examine all the different types of dinosaurs. And now, before you get too excited, these are all aquatic dinosaurs. We're not going to be hovering on land and looking at T-Rexes and Triceratops and things like that. No Stegosaurus, no Brontosaurus, no Brachiosaurus, no Dilophosaurus, no Velociraptors, no Utah Raptors, no Titanosaurus. Oh wait, no. Maybe. Well, you'll see. Anyway, no, it's going to deal with underwater, not going to deal with on land. There are a good variety of dinosaurs, and you're going to get to interact with them quite a bit. And after the missions, there's exploration mode, where you can interact with all of the dinosaurs and the environments more. And you're going to need to do that if you want to get all the trophies, because there's more things that you need to do. There's a lot of game there. I would say there's probably more than your hour and a half, 2 hours that we're getting used to for VR games. Again, the story they show you in the trailer seems very, very hokey cheeseball. It seems a lot less so in the game. The acting doesn't seem as bad full motion video, old style CD-ROM game acting that we used to deal with. And the story itself is okay. The only complaint on theme would be Roberto. And that is the name of the AI in your pod. And he just won't shut up. That's a minor thing, and you might like having somebody chattering in your ear all the time, but it gets a little tiresome. It's like, would you just shut up and let me do the mission? I don't need your editorializing. It's like having a friend in the room watching you play the game and constantly commenting on everything you're doing. Nothing can convince you of how good this game is or how much this game sucks, depending on your point of view, better than watching it. So let's take a look at some gameplay footage of the tutorial. And it starts out plesiosaur, something like that, or maybe a mosasaur. Anyway, so there we go. It's pretty good. The tracking seems okay so far, so I guess we'll just jump into a new game.
I trust you've acclimated to your pod. Good. Let's get to work then. Look up to view temporal anchor point information. 2033 CE, 11:47 AM, Svalbard. Activating temporal stabilization matrix.
Okay, so that's
right and scan
as you saw, that's way up
to provide
over
visual
there.
confirmation.
Okay, look up, scan the interface, hold down R2. That's simple enough.
Matrix activated. Initializing sensor array. Look left and scan the interface to provide visual confirmation. Array initialized. Prepare for temporal relocation.
I'm prepared.
In 3, 2, 1.
Man, shaking the crap out of me. Let's turn on the core effects system.
Contrary to popular belief,
Shake the crap out of me.
time travel is neither instantaneous nor beautiful. In fact, were I to lower the shutters, you would likely be driven insane by what you saw outside.
Then probably don't
We
lower
shall
them.
use this time to review the mission briefing. Our primary research target for this excursion is the Leeds Ichthys, colloquially referred to as Leeds fish. As
Not
far
just
as we
big ass
know,
fish.
the Leeds Ichthys was the largest bony fish to have ever lived. Fossils suggest it may have spanned upwards of 27 meters, rivaling blue whales in size. But what we're really interested in is how they fed. Unlike whales, it's hypothesized that they used specialized gill rakers to filter feed.
That's better.
We'll need to collect data from inside the mouth of the Leeds Ichthys to validate this theory.
Gill riggers won't be eating things the size of my
Are
pod.
up to par.
My navigation
We've
skills
arrived.
are up to par.
Welcome
Trust me.
to the Jurassic
Disembodied
period.
voice.
Focus your view on the shutter controls. I'll lower them, and we can begin.
Okay. Yeah, it's nice. It's actually letting me know when I'm not looking at it, so it is calibrated fairly well. I can see how this might have a little bit
Move
extra
your pod
flash
forward.
for someone who could have epilepsy. This is okay. This looks really nice. Hello, turtle. I want my pod left or right. Okay, I'll move it left. I'll move it right. I'll move it back. I'll move forward with this stick. Okay, I'll move forward a bit. I don't want to run into the rocks. You gonna tell me something else? What's up and down?
Move your pod
Thank you.
up and down.
Down. Whoa. Up. This is nice. It's really nice. It's kind of nice and relaxing too. Though the pod does have a bit of inertia to it. It takes a little bit of going. It doesn't stop on a dime or anything. Oh, there's turn. Okay. It's not. Why didn't you tell me about turn? Turn's good to know. Okay. Well, we didn't come all the way to the Jurassic period to hang around in a cave. The water effect is done quite nicely.
The pod is equipped with a time dilation device.
Okay.
Put simply, we can freeze time.
Nice.
Give it a try.
Oh, nice, and the bubbles stop. I'm not really frozen. They're still sort of moving, but a lot slower. Oh, and I don't know if you can see the circle where my view is. The circle's counting down. I guess that's how long the freeze time works, and then it won't work anymore. Okay. And then it recharges. Nice. Cool. Hey, there's thingies out there. Turtles, I think. Are they turtles? They're turtles. Okay. Probably not going to try and attack me. Why are they trailing bubbles?
A group of prehistoric turtles. Their appearance is quite different from that of their modern relatives. Why don't you tag one with a probe so we can get a closer look at its physiology?
A little bit of clipping there. Okay. So I look at it and shoot.
According to these readings, they're Solnhofia, proto-sea turtles, if you will. Curious. They seem to prefer swimming in a tight group. Go ahead and tag 3 more Solnhofia with probes. Perhaps the additional information will help us interpret their behavior.
This is and if you've seen my earlier previous video on VR sickness, not getting any of that from moving around here. Maybe because it's slow. Maybe just because it's kind of an engrossing story so far.
Now try launching a tracker. It will detect any nearby creatures.
Okay.
Don't worry about contamination. The trackers are designed to degrade very quickly.
Okay, so no scientists will detect them. Good. Okay. Boom.
The Solnhofia are displaying signs of agitation. Perhaps a predator is near. A Pliosaurus is the most likely predator.
Okay.
Perhaps they gathered here in the hopes of avoiding being eaten.
Like I said, this was on sale for $16.99 in the flash sale in the store.
Pliosaurus is one creature you definitely don't want to antagonize. I've marked an escape path. Just in case, of course. The safety protocols recommend moving on to the next research area as quickly as possible.
Like I said, there's a little bit of inertia on the ship. At $16.99, definitely worth the price. Now that I have a chance to see this, because
before proceeding further, let's take this opportunity to calibrate your other scanners. Open the scanner menu and look at the scan icon.
R1, okay. Is that the scan icon? Then what? Okay, that's the only one that lights up. It must be that one. Then what do I do? Oh, just hold it.
Calibrations completed.
Oh, and now I've got a
scanners. Always need calibrating.
This guy never shuts up. Ow. Oh, there's a rock down there. Down. Up. Okay, the controls are fairly intuitive. So, oh my goodness. That is some big ass fish.
The lead sickness.
Big ass fish.
It does dwarf every other fish on record. Magnificent. Now for the tricky part. We'll need to venture into its open mouth to scan its gill rakers.
Oh, it won't let me move.
Careful though, it will bite.
But I can freeze it, right? Ha! Oh, wrong button. Freeze. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Froze you in your face. I'm gonna go in your face. Literally. Turn. Okay. Down a bit. Slow down. Up a bit. Jeez.
Excellent navigation.
Thank you.
Now, scan the gill rakers on each side of the mouth before it notices us.
This is actually pretty cool.
Marvelous performance. You've exceeded all our predictions. Terminating Jurassic simulation program. Please hold.
Simulation? So this is just... Yeah, I can see how this stuff might have somebody that's susceptible to epilepsy have a little bit with all the strobing. So there was some gameplay footage. You got an idea. I mean, again, it's 2D instead of the 3D in your headset thing, so it might not look as good on the screen as it looked to me, but it looked pretty good. There were a couple up on, when you're starting to sail out, a couple on the cliff on the left side, there's a couple polygons that are clipping. And some of the models clip, and the fish Not the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs themselves are moving fine, but the fish are moving, sort of strobing through. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. At least on mine, I'm playing on the stock PS4. I'm not playing on the Pro because I don't have a 4K TV, so I don't need it. And I'm not buying another PS4 3 months after I just bought a PS4. You know what I mean? I enjoyed this game a lot. I played the tutorial through to record for this video, and then after that was over, I went through and I did about 4 more missions. Ended up spending a couple hours in the game, and I'm not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. So it was enjoyable for me. It was an enjoyable game. It doesn't have a really high top speed, and there's no kind of turbo I need to get away, but there is that stopping time thing, and it stops time for everybody but you. Though it doesn't stop time, it just slows it down. Because if a dinosaur is coming around to eat you, instead of coming around and eating you, it's coming out. You could see it coming out really, really slow. It's still coming to eat you. It's just you, according to, from its point of view, just you dart away. But so you just got to remember to push that button, get on the L1 and slow down the time. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully this helped you if you're thinking about getting the game, or if you weren't at all getting the game, maybe you're thinking about it now. Or if you were on the fence, maybe this has convinced you, yeah, that really isn't the game for me. I mean, that's basically the real point of doing a review like this. Just sort of give you guys a bit of an advanced idea without spoiling it. I really try not to spoil the games for you. So we'll see you next time.